previous episode.
Our group of heroes arrived on a ship called Seahawk to a little village called Osprey Cove. One of the passengers on the boat, called Honeymane, is a native of this said village. The rest of them have come from various parts of the world, but recently most of them have been spending time in the city of Corvosa. 2 weeks on the sea has made this group of misfits at least familiar with each other. Friendships maybe are budding, who knows. Storm was about to break out at the village of Osprey Cove, so as the local tradition decreed, the villagers gathered at the pub Kiss of the Sea for a special Storm's Eve celebration, which is held every time a fierce storm approaches. However, during that celebration, a mysterious man was found covered in what appeared to be rust stains. Mm-hmm. Some unfortunate individuals, including Honeymane's mother, got into close contact with this said individual and managed to contract some kind of disease. The villagers are now taking measures to quarantine infected people. And our heroes, band of misfits, are now in the middle of it, signed up for a team to go and investigate the source of this disease and possibly even find a cure. But the time is running out. The disease progresses quickly. Hello, and welcome to naturalpengu. This is Marco Lawrence, your in-house, your absolutely own game master here at the studio. So,
That was weak. Let's go again.
Okay.
The brightest shining star, the ever-glowing comet on the sky, the force that makes the wilderness grow, the one and only master of the core, Marco Lawrence!
Yep.
Yeah. Should we mention our lovely Emma and just say that she's home being sick? We miss you, Emma.
She's usually like here.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Here.
So if you miss Emma / Tova today, then you know she's home, hopefully eating something nice, resting well.
So, good people of the interwebs, let the storytelling begin. You have traveled all day, anxious to get to Iron Harbor. The road has been rough. Broken bridges, unused paths flooded by storm pools. Fierce winds lashing sprays of seawater at you. The morning was even rougher. Honeymane, you said hasty goodbyes through the closed door to your mother. She refused to show herself. She sounded terribly weak. The sickness seemed to be advancing fast. Too fast. Describe your character, please.
The looks, the inside, the everything.
Everything.
Everything. Honeymane is a young man who wanted to be a bard. A Nephilim. So although he looks like a normal human, he has along his legs, a bit further down, below the knee somewhere, there starts a curly, honey-colored fur that goes down to majestic reindeer hoofs.
He said rainbow.
rainbow hooves. That's for another episode, I think.
Yeah.
That's for when we level up. And of course, his hair matches this honey color of the fur on his legs. He's got long, flowing, wild hair, and he's dressed in something that used to be expensive, I think. Red tunic with golden ornaments and delicate embroideries. And on top of that, he's wearing a long black leather coat. Some people have seen him travel with a lute, some people have not, and they believe he might be a bard, and so he wants to be, but he is actually a witch. For with him is traveling a little friend, something which looks like an Arctic fox, a small white fox, but it has golden wings and a fiery tail and strange marks in the forehead. And when you look at them, you cannot really tell if it's a bad omen or a sign of hope.
Thank you very much. Heen,
Yes.
you are not so good at not being able to do anything. You witnessed unawares to Tova of her trying to communicate with Path through a window. Path was hyperventilating through sobs and coughing. He barely could say Tova's name, but his eyes were wide open for anyone to save him. So, if there ever was a time for you, Heen, where you were in a foul mood, now would be it.
Yeah.
There is a dent on the wall of a barn close by where you released some anger. Please describe a character for us.
Heen is a big orc. She has light green skin, ember eyes, and fiery red, big, impossible hair. She has undercuts on both sides of her head, covered in tribal tattoos going down her neck. She has studded armor and a lot of fur, including in her clothes, a big, heavy cloak, not really covering the big weapons she carries with her.
Oh my.
She has this look of rock hard, and right now I don't think there's any empathy in those eyes either. She is sad. She is angry at seeing those people getting locked in that shed and not being able to help them at all. I think she might be walking a bit behind the others because she doesn't really like people seeing her, seeing the sadness in her. She doesn't like anyone to see that. So she's quiet. She's kind of somber.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ymira.
Yes.
Elder Ordvi, and you get along quite well.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just instantly know a friend when you meet one. So you helped her wherever you could to get the expedition to Iron Harbor launched. Please describe a character for us.
I am Ymira the elf, who is also a wizard. I am a very curious elf. I love meeting people. I love seeing new things. I have a beautiful blue cloak that I'm wearing that also has got a lot of pockets where I can hide things. And I have my spell book with me all the time. And I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you.
It is evening. Cooking fires from Iron Harbor spew smoke from the chimneys to the darkening skies above the town. You watch down on the village on top of a small hill. A large trireme merchant vessel painted in green and yellow and flying the flag of Shin Erithnia, Rune Lord Belimarius's capital city, is docked at the wide, shallow harbor. Honeymane, you are not much of a politician, but both you and Ordvi gasped at the sight of the ship, since no one from Osprey Cove would have suspected that Iron Harbor had any additional affiliation with New Thassilon.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Harbor seems to have a massive shipyard and a dry dock, A large red-roofed building on the west side of the settlement also catches your attention. Most of the other buildings are plain-looking, single-story stone structures with wood-shingled roofs. There you are, standing on that small hill, looking down on Iron Harbor. What do you want to do?
I look at my cousin. Cousin, do you think how do we proceed? I mean, you know what they think of us and what we think of them.
Yes, I see the challenge.
Should we say where we're from?
I think so.
They will probably recognize you, especially now that you are.
You can say it.
Well, it's an honor for our family.
Yes, nice of you to think so. Her long braided blonde hair kind of bobs as she clearly is quite pleased, blushing a little bit on her face. I believe we, for once, proceed with open cards, if you will. We tell them we want to perhaps bind our two villages somehow together. Maybe this tragedy can lead into something. But I apologize. I'm thinking politics where my focus should be on your mother.
How can you know that the threat is not coming from them? Maybe they're targeting us.
You are right. You are right. We proceed with open caution.
Have there been trouble between your villages before?
Well, you can definitely call it trouble.
Please tell.
Pure hatred, despise.
Oh, why?
There's even been death a few times in the fight. I'm looking over at my cousin as if I don't know how much I'm allowed to say.
Maybe it's not that bad. The time has passed. Potentially things have been forgotten. But yes, blood has been shed. Words have been spoken. The relations aren't good. But
how did it all start?
It goes back into... It all starts with family. Two brothers, disagreements.
I get
Leadership can change people. Power. Jealousy. And when groups of people get drawn into...
But we don't need a lecture right now. Right now we need to save my mother.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Can you tell us more about the city? What do we need to know?
They are all Goramites. You're familiar with Goram?
No.
Not really.
The god of iron.
God of Iron.
We can discuss this a little bit later, but
Okay.
One of the roots of the problems between the brothers and now is Iron Harbor is bent on getting ready for war, for revenge. Whereas Osprey Cove, we are rough, tough people, but we don't have to focus on looking into the past, misdeeds done to us. There is nothing to win there. Here, I might be wrong. I haven't spoken to people in Iron Harbor for a long, long time, but the focus is very much on getting ready to fight, to pay back. And
Because they have no honor. and they cannot accept.
We shall see, brother. We shall see. Or maybe we give them the benefit of the doubt.
Question: how much do the people around the table know about their religion and them? Is this a foreign thing to them, or do they have any knowledge as the characters?
Emir, how much are you trained in religion?
Mostly my own religion.
Okay.
Like what I believe in. I do know some things, but not too
Gorm
much.
is quite a big deity, a very, very common deity. So I think you know a lot.
What was the name?
Gorm.
Gorum.
Yes.
Just to help give some context.
Yeah, that's great.
Do you need to know something about Gorm? So I'll be looking into Gorm a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Let's look into Gorm.
I think it's nice both for us and also for everyone who is watching or listening.
Yep.
Because
That's nice.
So we can get some context here.
Yes, let's get context.
Let's get some religion.
Or should we get some Goron text?
Yes. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, that was great.
I'll
was
see
great.
myself out of the studio.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So Gorm sometimes is called our Lord in Iron. The clash of steel, the cry of victory, the gasping denial of death. These are the sound of prayers to our Lord in Iron. For to follow Gorm is to fight. Gorm does not care the reason for battle. A village's desperate stand against raiders is no less worthwhile to him than a crusader army marching against demons in the Sarkoris Scar, nor does he choose sides in such clashes. Good or evil, law or chaos, the reason for the fight is irrelevant. It is the thrill of battle that finds his favor, the crucible of struggle in which victory is there for the taking. These seem to be from the legacy rules, so we'll see if we can get an updated description to Gorm soon. So this is Gorm, and people who know about Gorm, that things that people strive for when they really believe in Gorm is victory in fair combat, right?
Okay.
Pushing your limits and to wear heavy armor. Right? And the things that Gormites do not. Let's read about what Gormites do not ever want to do. Kill prisoners.
Okay.
Surrendering foes. Yeah. So if anyone surrenders, no, don't kill him. Prevent conflict through negotiation. So if a conflict happens, you fight. You don't negotiate.
Okay.
Oh, they started out so good.
Yeah. They never want to win a battle through underhanded tactics.
What does that mean?
Cheating.
Okay. No.
Don't throw sand in someone's eyes.
Yes.
And so on.
Or indirect magic, whatever that may seem. I would believe, though, that a breath of fire is very direct.
Yeah.
It's as direct as magic can get.
Yeah.
So it's again like, cheating, working behind the scenes.
Okay. No.
More
sneak.
trickster.
Trickster kind of stuff. So this is in your face, God. So what do you want to do next? You're standing there on top of the hill. Your clothes are kind of damp from all the seawater blown away. It is getting colder.
Do we see any movement down there? Are there people moving around, or?
You see some people there on the pathways. Cooking fires are on as usual. So looking down, this looks like a peaceful harbor fishing village with nothing amiss.
I start walking ahead of everyone else to mark to my cousin that the lecture is over and it's time to get things done. And I mean, if she keeps on talking about the conflict, so be it. I start walking towards that crossing that we see on the map, and I want to see. I want to get close enough so I can see what is actually there. Are there people around the houses? What is there? Yeah.
Elder Audrey, mid-sentence, sees you walking away from her, spreads her hands wide, looks at you, Heen, and Emira. There he goes again, and starts following.
Did I hear that?
Yes.
Yes, there I go again, cousin, because my mother is dying.
Yeah.
This is how it's going to be, is it? And she starts following. The rest of you, what do you do?
I kind of lumber after them furthest behind.
Mhm.
Obviously in a mood.
Yes. You start approaching closer and closer to the village, and now suddenly from the darkness ahead of you on the road materializes a figure. Tall figure. Clearly a muscular figure. A figure wearing armor. Weapons. Too far away to see detail, to see the face. But this silhouette oozes power, strength. What do you want to do?
I have a quick question.
Mhm.
The eventual rumors about me in my own home village,
Mhm.
are they known here as well? Do I know if people talk about someone on the other side of the island?
Let's just say like this. You think everyone knows you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hmm.
Emira, could you provide us with some light?
Sure. Do I need to do anything?
No, yeah, tell us what you do.
Okay. Well, I have this ability that I can create this beautiful light bulb of blue light. So I am holding it and I sending it over in that direction to
Cool.
you. God.
So this orb of light kind of weaves from one side to another on the path towards this hulking figure. How close do you want the light to go to this person?
How far away are we, roughly?
It's about, let's say, 100 meters, 200 meters, something like that.
Yeah, it cannot go too far, but as close as it would take for the creature, him or her, not to notice, but for us to see.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, it's hard not to notice, but the figure seems to ignore the fact. But as the light starts floating closer and closer, you see a muscular woman armed with a great sword and wearing full plate armor. And the blue light is glimmering on this boldly emblazoned symbol of Gorum on the chest of her armor. The light lingers on her for a while, and then she holds up her hand, gestures you to come forward.
I start walking with confident steps.
Okay.
Yeah, I follow. Since we've seen her, I've kind of tried to get ready for anything that could happen.
I want him to be careful. You have to still keep your distance. I will keep my distance a little bit.
Yeah. So you're behind everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. Your fox stays beside Emira.
Oh.
I look back at him and I actually wink a bit to him and then I keep on going.
Yeah. You almost hear the fox go. "Mrr."
What was it?
This was very deep and resonant. "Mrr."
Okay. So it's going.
I raised my voice already.
Yep. Okay.
We come from the other side, but we mean no harm today. We need to know what's happened here.
Then the person holds her hand up, palm forward, and says, "Halt!"
I keep on walking.
"Halt!
Why?
I am Sister Vanda. What is your purpose?"
Do I know who this is?
No.
What was the name?
Vanda.
Vanda.
I keep walking so that I actually end up right behind Waka.
Our purpose here is to find whatever you have sent over to our village. There's a horrible disease, and I think you know it.
A disease. Ah. That would have been Brother Blanton?
Brother, I don't know. A man coughing up rust, covered in rust.
Covered in rust? Coughing up rust?
Rust. There was rust everywhere. He died in our village, and he spread whatever is... Yes.
Oh. Brother Blanton had grown quite ill. And we were trying our best to care for him, but a few nights ago he became violent and fled our care. We've been looking for him, but had no idea he'd made it all the way to Osprey Cove. And rust? Coughing up?
The rust.
Anyone else here have it?
No.
The rust was even spreading to the things around him.
There's a look of alarm on Sister Vonda's face.
Do we trust her?
Make a check for me, please. Is the first roll...
Good question.
Is the first roll perception check, please?
Yeah.
Are we having...
Yeah.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
We're not in a hurry.
We'll enjoy the suspense.
Yes, we're not.
Perception.
Percepciones.
Oh.
When
Yeah.
22.
22.
It's really good.
Oh my. Okay, so this is something that only you notice, and then you can decide what to do with this information.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you want to share it, or want to keep it, or things like that.
Okay.
There was this flicker in her eyes when the rust disease was
I
mentioned.
knew it.
So something is up. And she was not prepared for this news. But at the same time, it seemed like it wasn't completely a surprise.
I think I want to call the two of them to get closer to me so that we can discuss it and that I can share the information without her hearing it. So I sort of wave to the two of you.
I walk over.
Yeah.
Sister Vanda seems to kind of ignore you four. Tova is still with you, though Emma isn't present. But but you huddling, she just kind of dismisses you as servants. It almost feels like you read this person pretty much like an open book right now. Like everything, she's just kind of looking down at her nose at you. But then her gaze turns into Elder Ordvi. Elder Ordvi, is it? Good. I'll need you to come with me to Stoneholm. Lord Rangdulf would wish to speak to one of the leaders of Osprey Cove about Brother Blanton, but also about the future of the Kindred Coast. There is much to discuss, and we can accommodate you alone. Looking pointedly at the rest of you. At Stoneholm for the night, but the rest of you must wait here. She says, almost as an afterthought. You are now huddling together. Elder Ordvi is discussing details with Sister Vonda. What do you discuss? What do you want to do?
I don't trust this person.
Why?
I get a bad feeling, and I saw her flicker, and I don't trust her. I think she knows more than she tells.
Of course. She's from Iron Harbor.
Yeah, but
She's born a liar.
The rust. We need to be careful.
We can't let Elder Ori go by herself.
No.
I turn around, I grab my cousin by the arm,
Hmm?
get her close to me.
Your cousin looks at you questioningly. Honeybane?
You know that you cannot go alone in there. In the home of the enemy. Only you.
Honeybane, it's a long time ago we played in the woods. Yes, you were always protective of me with the other kids, but look at us.
It doesn't matter how strong you've become. If you're alone against 10, 20 in their trap,
I have been invited for diplomatic discussions with the leader of Iron Harbor.
yes, that is what they call it. It might as well be an execution.
I am fine. I am fine. Now, if you excuse me, Sister Wanda, and then she gathers you as almost like a flock of hens. I know something is going on here. I understand it. Did you notice how she seemed surprised to find out about our visitor?
Yes.
Of course she's not surprised.
Yes. This is what I do. Cousin, I am good at this.
Go ahead and do it.
Thank you. Now what I need you to do. You saw that ship. Thessalonian ship in the harbor. Has to mean something as well.
Do you think they brought the deceased?
Perhaps. If we part ways here for the evening, it gives you a golden opportunity to learn more. I'll accompany the Sister Vonda up to meet with Lord Ragnolf, but you all should look around the village a bit.
Hmm.
Keep an eye out, ask questions, find somewhere to stay the night, and figure out what Thessalonian's ship is doing here. But above all, and I know this is hard for you, cousin, be discreet.
Hard for me to be discreet?
I shouldn't have said it.
I am the shadows.
She couldn't help but chuckle a little bit. Yes, cousin. Yes, you are. You are the shadows. Emira,
I will keep an eye on him.
thank you.
You're leaving a child?
Are you sure you want to go by yourself?
I'm sure, Ian. I'm sure. I thank you for your concern, but this is something I must do. Knowing
If that is what you wish.
you all are here, we will have information. Information is power.
But how do we meet up? How do we know when it's time?
We will meet in the morning. The red roofed building, you saw that?
Yeah.
I believe that is an inn. I cannot remember its name, but I believe that is an inn. If I recall correctly, we'll meet in front of that inn tomorrow.
If you're not there by sunrise, I will come for you.
Very well. Very well. Sister Wanda. Yes, I am ready. I am ready.
I shout out in a too obvious way. Oh no, I guess we got to spend the night in the stables waiting for my cousin when she's doing important politics and things.
You hear Sister Wanda snorting and commenting to Elder Audrey. Servants.
We sort of wave them goodbye.
I feel myself kind of going, yeah. And I try to bite down on the comments.
Let's start by the ship. Let's board the ship. What if they brought this as a weapon or as something to spread to our village? What if they're using this to take over our village? What if they imported this? It wouldn't surprise me. They pretend that it's all about honor and fair fight. But if I know them right, they will do whatever they can to make sure that they have the advantage in the fight.
What I'm scared about is if they actually try to infect Elder Audrey as well. So that is something that you bring back to your village.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
If she gets sick, if any one of us gets sick, we cannot go back to the village.
No.
How do you think we should investigate the ship?
We sneak into the harbor. We get onto the ship. If need be, we knock people out. Or we talk our way.
Well, I think we can't go too harsh into this, considering that they are trying to, or at least showing us some kind of image of this being a diplomatic discussion.
How dark is it outside right now?
The sun has gone below the horizon, but it still lights up the sky.
Okay.
So you can see easily, but it's getting darker by the minute.
Are we going as us? Are we trying to pretend we are not investigating? Or do you think we should disguise ourselves?
Or maybe we are just those servants.
You can
which
see
they don't really need to care about.
you can see Hanuman thinking. He's closing his eyes and he's thinking. And then he lightens up. His whole face lightens up. And says with a confident voice, "You are misfits."
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm a misfit as well.
I take that.
We are traveling misfits. Look at this. I look at the white fox and I stretch my arm into the sky. And you see this flash of dark energy. And all of a sudden, I have the most exquisite lute that you can ever imagine in your hand. It has 12 strings and it glows in details of metal and expensive wood. And it has carvings and runes and text. And it's like this complex thing. It's almost like a holy scripture carved onto a lute.
And
The
it's
fox
just-
trots next to you.
Don't you understand? If they know that we're with my cousin, they're going to be curious. If we're just traveling in misfits, if we're just entertaining, making our way from village to village, maybe we came in with one of the ships.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Maybe we're traveling here to gather inspiration. Yes, we're gathering inspiration.
Sure. How?
I bring you for security and as a freak show, and you are my muse.
Okay. Yeah, I can be a muse.
Freak show, really?
You can pull it off. That's good.
You are a bodyguard.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Okay.
They're not going to fight with us as long as we have you with us.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah.
I think it's better. Let's do this. First, we make our way to the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
We convince them that we are playing for the tavern tonight. We establish ourselves.
Okay. We're playing
We
as
play, we entertain, people get drunk, we seduce them. We start to make them talk.
Uh-huh.
We listen.
Yeah.
Once everyone falls asleep, we make sure that they drink a lot. We announce the concert in the harbor even. We make sure to make the dock workers, the sailors, we get them really, really drunk. I can pay for it. We can pay for it. We'll steal money from the ships.
Okay.
Once it's done,
Sure.
no one will worry about us sneaking out in the night, rumbling the streets, making our way to the ships.
Mm-hmm. That's
It could work.
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, we should give it a go. Yeah, definitely.
You just have to pretend.
Yeah, we're good at that. Right?
Yeah. Sure. This will be glorious. Absolutely. Let's do it.
I look towards my little familiar.
Hmm? He looks back at you.
No, I'm not going to play that song. You don't have to worry.
What song?
That's going to ruin our whole everything.
The fox is just like,
Let's go.
Hmm?
I start walking with confident steps.
Okay.
towards the tavern.
So you start walking towards the red-roofed building. When you get quite close, you see signs on the road pointing towards that building, especially at this crossroad that turns towards the seafront and the tavern, and the signs say Elsie's. It is a kind of a cozy looking building. But you get a little confused because in front of the building there are also signs for wares that you can buy, alchemical items, farming equipment, fishing gear. It seems like a building that functions as everything and anything one can imagine. And in a shop, you name it. In front of the building sits an old man leaning on his cane, looking at the last traces of sunlight above the horizon and mumbling and muttering to himself. Yes. What do you want to do?
I speak out loudly. Is this where we're supposed to entertain tonight?
We are the entertainers for tonight.
Entertainers? It's been years since Iron Harbor has seen entertainers.
That is why we're here. We bring culture from far and wide.
I don't think he's the guy we are going to talk to.
Where do you hail from, strangers?
From all over the world.
Far away.
And what is your field of entertainment?
Poetry, music, dance. Have you seen orc tribal dancing?
Orc tribal dancing? No, I have not seen orc
I nudge my elbow into it.
I have seen the goat mating ritual, though.
She's our exotic dancer from the tribe of.
What's that?
Oh, no. Just something in my throat. Nothing.
From the tribe of Hurtaknuvasa.
Yeah.
From the tribe of Hurta. He leans forward and kind of cups his ear with one of
And
his...
don't worry about it. Look, by my side, I have my elven muse. She has traveled with me since I saved her life. She was screaming for help in the Fey Woods, but I could save her. Now she owes me that she shall travel by my side and give me beauty and splendor so I can write the most beautiful elven poetry that the world has ever heard.
Oh my, I should probably go and get my wife here as well. It seems like there will be a full evening of entertainment, of exotic things and...
Do you know what? I take up one gold coin and I hold it in front of his eyes.
Oh. Well, that was a while ago. I saw one of those.
Are you very, very excited about this concert tonight?
Can't you tell?
I think that the whole harbor and everyone who works there, both the foreigners and those who works in the docks, they need to be at this concert. It's going to be exquisite. Just look at this. A magical creature from the Fey Woods in your little village. I point towards my familiar.
He suddenly sees this fox and he just does this very sudden reaction. And he looks really, really scared.
For those who dare to pet him, their wish will come true, but only during the concert just before midnight.
What?
I give him the coin and I close his hand around it and I say,
His hand is shaking.
Shh. I will calm the fox down. And when you get back and when you've told everyone, you will be the first one to pet the fox. And everyone in the village will see how brave you are.
Then he looks at the fox again, tilts his head, and then starts smiling. Oh. I must have misinterpreted.
It is a magical creature after all.
Magical?
Yes, just like you, just like the elves.
Yeah, very magical.
No,
Fox.
Oh. So, what you want me to do is spread the news.
Yes. And don't tell anyone about the gold coin, because they're going to get envious.
Mum's the word.
Your name?
My name,
Your name?
Herbert.
Herbert.
But you may call me Herbie.
Herbie. It's like poetry.
I'll write that down.
Herbie, let them know that the misfit jewels are in Iron Harbor.
The misfit jewels.
The misfit jewels.
That's a splendid name. I will do as you asked, young sir.
Thank you very much.
And they rises up ever so slowly, leaning on his cane. Tilts his head to all of you and starts shuffling ever so slowly up the road and into the village proper. What do you want to do now?
To misfit jewels? Really?
Right. Exotic dance.
Well, you were awfully quiet for once.
News. And that thing, the presentation you
But
gave.
you see how it works. Just play along. It's almost true. It just hasn't happened yet.
I sincerely hope you're not expecting me to dance.
Well, if they pay enough, you should.
And what am I going to do?
I'm not sure
Just
about
you?
that.
Do your elf stuff. Do some magic and look beautiful.
Oh, wow. Okay. I will do that.
Do some elf stuff and look beautiful.
Okay, smooth. Yes.
Right. Okay, what now?
I grab Imera by the shoulders and I get really close to her face. Look, I don't want to do this. I just want my mother to live.
Yeah.
Can't you just play along? Do you have a better idea? Do you want to sing and play? Do you want my lute? Do you know how to play a 12-stringed lute?
No. Okay, sure. Let's do this.
It's easy for you. Just do something with your light.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Impress them.
Yeah. We will go there. Let's do it.
And just confirm whatever I say. Play along. And I am not Honeymane. People might know. They speak on the island.
Why? Okay.
What should we call you?
Look at me.
So what should we call you?
Call me... I don't know. What's a suiting name? Why do I have to make all the making up?
Busk.
Busk?
Yeah, that's your name.
Busk.
Yeah, I just made it up. You asked me.
I kind of smile.
I thought you elves were different than what you actually are.
No. Busk. I'm writing it. Busk, please. And then they walked.
I guess we go in.
Okay. You enter into this building. It's large for the village, but not super large for reals. The main room of the building smells of baked goods. And then, underneath it all, a strange, bitter odor one might expect in an apothecary shop.
A what?
Apothecary, chemicals, medicine,
Oh.
alchemical things.
Mhm.
The room's decor seems undecided about whether it wants to be a tavern, a curio shop, or an alchemist's laboratory. The low shelves that line the walls display a staggering mix of elixirs, unguents, jars of glue, fresh-baked goods, cutlery, mugs, and the occasional smoke stick or bundle of tinder twigs. A halfling woman scuttles towards you and says, Oh, wait, hello. Welcome to Elsie's. My name is Elsie.
Oh,
Elsie.
nice.
Elsie. What a beautiful name. How wonderful. It's almost so beautiful and inspiring that I might have to leave my elven muse behind. Elsie, tell me, do you enjoy music?
Can you make a
He's like, she's not gonna get through with it.
check for me? Let's see what Elsie's made of here.
What kind of check do you want?
This is a bit of a performance, isn't it?
Yes, I guess it's a performance check.
Yeah, let's go for a performance check, shall we?
The
So not deception.
tired musician playing the cards they have.
Yes,
check.
yes. You are charming her with your grandeur of performance.
Oh, that's bad. A 10.
A 10.
Despite my 6+ bonus, I rolled a 4.
Oh, Elsie looks at you, frowns a little bit, and says, "Oh my, what should I do with you?" And looks at the elf. What's up with this fella?
Oh, don't mind him. Could you show me these potions that you have over here? They look really
Your
pretty.
potions? Are you familiar with potions?
Oh,
She lights up
yes.
quite a lot.
I love them, especially the bubbly blue ones.
The bubbly blue ones, I have a few selections.
Oh, great.
I hear that you might interest you. Some of them are blue, and some of them are bubbly, and some of them are blue and bubbly as well.
That sounds great. And I walk up to her.
Speaking of blue and bubbly things.
What? Oh,
Don't. You are my muse. You're not a wizard.
yeah, but I'm buying you time so you can go and investigate, and I go with her.
And while you're discussing, oh my, an orc in Elsie's. My name is Elsie, by the way. Oh, an orc. Well, this is quite exceptional. And she just keeps blabbering.
While she's blabbering,
Yeah.
I'm kind of talking over her.
Yeah.
I'm going, I was wondering, do you have, material to make arrows, perhaps?
Oh, I do have materials here. I have everything you would ever need to create an arrow or 2 or 10.
Excuse me, Elsie.
Ah.
Is this not the tavern?
Oh, this is a tavern as well. This is Elsie's. We cater for all kinds of needs. We cater for blue and bubbly stuff. We cater for arrows, and we cater for people that are visiting.
Some food, perhaps?
Food, absolutely.
Good.
Have you tasted? Have you?
I lean over as they are talking
Have you?
to Emira, and I'm going, make sure to get some sleep potions. Tell her that you have problems sleeping. Say that I'm annoying and that I'm disgusting or whatever you
are not.
whatever you need to make up,
Yep.
and just get it.
Mm-hmm.
We put it in the drinks.
Mhm.
We can even use it in the harbor.
Yep. Yep.
Get something useful, but don't tell her who you are.
Oh.
This is a small village. People speak.
Do you want to give me a name?
Yes, my elven muse.
Mhm.
Or should I call you Fairy Glitter Song?
Ooh.
Oh, how astonishing!
Yes, Fairy Glitter Song.
Fairy glitter song, yeah.
You inspire me, so I say loud to make sure that she can hear.
Yeah.
And you hear Elsie chattering very excitedly about biscuits. Have you heard of Elsie's biscuits?
No, I haven't, but I would love to try some.
Well, I'm Elsie. Did I mention that?
Of course.
And I made these biscuits. They are chewy, they are crunchy, but soft inside.
Perfect. It sounds like I need to get some of those.
I try to signal to her like,
May I just interrupt?
I think they have a question, perhaps.
And Elsie turns around.
So, back to those potions and those bubbly blue.
Blue and bubbly. Yes, yes.
Could you possibly show me what you have.
Right this way. Just follow me.
I walk.
But before you leave, Elsie, just imagine this. Your whole tavern full of the whole town, everyone in the village, even the foreigners coming in with the ships.
Oh, imagine that.
One night, imagine how much they would spend if they would drink a lot. Don't worry, I have everything prepared. Tonight, we will perform here in the tavern. It's already been announced. The Misfit Jewels, the Dancing Orc, the Singing
Fairy glitter song.
Busk. And of course, real elven magic from my muse. Of course, it's only simple child magic that she's learned from the. Of course, she's not a real wizard, but it will look beautiful.
Yeah.
She signals you to lean a little bit closer.
Me?
Yes.
I get closer.
And how much will this show of yours cost? I'm a humble establishment, Elsie's.
We need to establish ourselves as artists along the islands. We will sing and dance and perform for the best room in the house where we can sleep. And some food. That's enough.
And some biscuits.
And the guarantee, the Misfit Jewels guarantee, you will earn tonight more than you do in 30 days.
Oh.
It's the guarantee.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Misfit Jewels guarantee.
A guarantee? Oh, very well. Very well. Well, I will look forward to that. Yes.
You take care of the potions and do your elf stuff. I'm going to prepare for the concert.
Oh, you do that, son. But what was it that was your name, young lady?
Oh, my name is Fairy Glitter Song.
Fairy
She says with a.
Is that a traditional elven name? I have not heard of such a.
Yeah, I was named after a famous muse singer who was a fairy.
Suddenly it does make sense, yes. But right this way, my potions are here in the back.
And I walk after.
Okay, so Emira and Elsie disappear through a door. Both of you, what do you want to do?
Is there anything that could function like a stage in there?
Yes, so you see a small common room that has a little bit of a raised corner.
I actually start checking out entrances and exits.
Okay.
If we need to make a hasty exit, I want to know different ways of going.
You see a few people there sitting in the common room, leaning over jugs of something. You're not quite sure what it is. It is not blue and bubbly, though. And the main entrance that you came in is kind of opening directly into the common room. And then you see a door in the back of the room that leads somewhere you're not quite sure where.
Okay. Is it a small door? It's this is
it's a small door. So you suspect it's to some kind of a warehouse or service entrance, so deliveries or things like that.
I actually go outside. I kind of signal to you that I'm going outside. So I go outside and I try to walk around to see if it is
Indeed it is. You see that in the back there are some heaps of garbage and barrels and things like that, that you see that a door is used for taking in and taking out things. But
this is right on the edge of the water, right?
Yes.
Okay. I actually try not to just be standing there looking at the ocean. So I'm making an effort here to do the good work.
Yes. The wind is calming down. It's turning out to be quite a nice, calm evening. The moon has risen and it creates this nice bridge on top of the calm harbor. It is a lovely, lovely scene.
Is there a second floor?
No.
Okay, good.
I want to sit down somewhere where I can make sure that the people in the tavern can hear me and see me. Just under the table.
Yeah.
So I sit down there.
It's like in the middle of the room.
Yeah, I take my lute and I make sure that it's being seen, and I start playing a few chords and pretending that I'm making up a song.
Okay.
And I start singing. There was once a man who was struck by rust. Oh no, who was eaten? No, rust. I don't know enough yet. I need details. I pretend that I'm frustrated with myself, and I try again. The rust ate up. No, I need to know what it looks like and what happened. And I try to see if anyone is reacting.
There is this man sitting at one of the tables. He's wearing a tunic, but underneath the tunic, you notice that he's wearing chainmail. And when you said the word rust, he glances really quickly at you, and then your eyes meet, and then he really quickly looks at his jug again.
I look over to him. Maybe you can help me. I just need to get this song right. It's a tragedy, but it will be such a beautiful song for tonight's concert. It can help heal.
I don't deal with song.
You don't deal with song, but it looks like you know something. I just need the truth, because the truth always holds the most beautiful details, even though it may be sad.
What was it you said, rust?
I've heard rumors. Once we came in with a ship in the harbor, I've heard rumors about a rust disease.
His eyes get a little sharper. Rumors?
Yes, it was spread through the sea monsters. And I start making up these details to just to get as much wrong as I can. And the sea monsters crawled on land, and they spat this venom, which started to make people cough rust and become rusty, and it destroyed the armors and weapons and the houses, and everything became rust.
His sharp eyes become a little more relaxed. He leans back a little bit, chuckles for himself. Can you make a perception check?
I can. Let's see here.
Make it a good one.
I'll try. A 10 again.
Okay.
Thanks for the roll. Bye.
Well, he looks at you and says, son, maybe don't listen to rumors that much.
But what should I sing then? I've already started the song. Do you know what this feels like?
Honestly, I do.
Imagine this. You have to give birth, but you cannot because there's something stopping you. And it hurts on the inside. It hurts in my soul and in my heart. Do you want me to drink until I pass out just because I cannot complete this masterpiece of a tragedy? Is that what you want? I smash the table hard.
He doesn't even flinch. He looks at you straight in the eyes. Drinking yourself into unconscious stupor seems like the best idea you've had all evening.
But you do not understand. Once the song, once the idea.
Excuse me. I have some matters to attend to. He rises up, his chainmail armor twinkles a little bit, and then nods to you and starts walking towards the main entrance. I'll give you another chance. Make a perception roll.
Oh wow, that's kind. What should I do? I'm gonna make an eye. Natural 1.
Yeah.
You are so offended by the lack of interest this man shows to what you have just offered that bile rises up your throat, your head starts pounding, and all you can think of is the arrogance of these Iron Harbor peasants. And then when you look around again, he has left the room.
Is Tova close by?
Tova is in a corner, the darkest corner that she could find, sits there, just watches around like a hawk.
I look at her and then I look at where he went.
Tova looks back at you, nods, rises up, and follows the man.
Yes.
Someone make a note. Tova followed the man, because I will forget.
Chat, Mickey.
Yes.
So I look at the rest of the people who are in the tavern.
Mhm.
Apparently, someone does not appreciate art.
Everyone's trying to kind of avoid looking at you a little bit.
I take one of my songs, the one I did in the prequel about the streets of Corvosa,
Mm-hmm.
and I quickly rewrite the lyrics
Okay.
to be the harbor of Iron, or the coast of Iron Harbor.
Okay, I'll
So I change the word.
give you one more roll. Performance check.
Okay, and I start singing that
Mm.
to see if I can kind of make them excited about the performance coming up. Performance check. Can I please roll a little bit better now? 18.
Oh,
18.
as the jolly sounds and rhythms of the harbor of Iron. What was it called?
The coast of Iron Harbor.
The coast of Iron Harbor.
It's in 6/8.
Yep.
Yeah.
You slowly start hearing people thumping their feet in a 6/8 rhythm.
Nice.
Jugs are being raised and smiles are lighting the faces of these rough Iron Harborians. And even a few more people start entering the tavern. Keen, you hear music coming from inside the tavern. And now in the back room with Elsie. Oh, fairy glitter song?
Yeah.
What was your name again? It is quite complex.
Yeah.
My mind, too many potions.
No, that's correct. Fairy glitter song.
Fairy glitter song, yes. What kind of a potion are you interested in? Is it blue and bubbly, or do you have many more specific needs?
Well, in fact, I do have a problem. And since he's not here, I can tell you.
Oh, she gathers your hands in hers, taps them.
Yeah.
I suspected as much.
Yeah, you could feel it too.
I could feel it.
Thank you. That's a relief.
Anything for you, fairy glitter song.
Oh.
I know exactly where you're coming from. And she sniffles and cries a little tear.
Oh, yeah, it's the Busk. He is.
What kind of a name is that anyways? Busk.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not me who gave it to. It's not my creation.
Oh, so most certainly.
The poor man.
Indeed. But poor you.
Yeah, poor me as well, actually, because he's very loud all the time, as you could hear. Even in his sleep. He snores extremely loud. Extremely loud. I've never heard anything like it. And I am wondering, do you have a potion that makes people sleep a bit deeper that I could take? Because I sleep really bad and I'm starting to get really tired, and I want to be good at the performances that I do. So do you have a sleep potion?
Well, as it happens, just the other day, I created that potion for.
Is that so?
Yes, and you know what?
No.
It is blue.
Oh! Well, it could have been better. It's like you know me inside out.
Usually, sleep potions do not have bubbles, but Elsie knows a way. Do you want it bubbly or not?
What kind of question is that? Of course I want it bubbly.
You are my kind of girl, you know
Oh.
that?
Hmm.
Yeah. May I call you girl?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
You must be 3 times older than me.
Oh, well. We don't have to go into details.
I understand. She goes through some of the shelves and finds a flask. Has this large round bottom, and it comes up in this kind of a very, very narrow beaker top, and it has this large cork, red cork on top. And then she kind of stands on tippy toes and reaches out for it and takes it down. And then she goes into this work table where she has all kinds of powders and potions and liquids and materials and spoons and measuring kits. And she takes this one vial with a little white powder, opens the red cork to the blue potion, and then puts a little bit of that white powder into the potion and starts kind of bubbling and foaming, and then she quickly puts the red cork back in there, shakes it a little bit, and there.
This is it?
This is it.
Oh, and I take it and I look at it, and this is a beautiful creation.
Oh,
Thank you.
I made it myself.
Oh, you must be an expert. I could never make anything like this.
Well, thank you. I am an expert.
Oh.
But, thank you for noticing.
Bubbly and blue.
Bubbling up. Be a little bit careful, though. Not the whole potion at once.
Sure.
Tiny bits will be enough.
So roughly how much would I need for me to fall asleep?
For you, 2 drops.
2 drops.
But for that man,
Yeah. Probably 5. 6.
6 to be sure. We think the same. So lovely to meet you.
Oh, it was lovely meeting you too.
Oh, yeah. The pleasure is mine. Is there anything else I can help you with? You are new in the area. Is there anything you want to know?
I think I better head back to the others, but do they have cards here? Do you have a card so that I can remember your place? Do you have a description or?
Yes. Yes. I do have these pamphlets.
Could I have one of those?
Yes. See? And she scuttles to the working table, and there's this box, and she takes out one of these pamphlets, and big red letter says, Elsie's, everything you need.
Oh, thank you.
And then she gives one.
Oh, thank you for that. I will keep it in my pocket.
Ah,
Thank you for your help. That's so kind of you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Oh.
Anytime, anything you need.
And don't forget to come at the concert and the performance.
Oh, I will be there a whole month's worth of income. That sounds very promising. Yes.
We will do our best.
Okay. Well, off you go now. Off you go. I will clean up here and come out in a little bit.
And I walk out the door. Close
Okay.
it behind me.
And Elsie's humming some kind of a melody as she's cleaning up a little bit. And yes, you are back in the common room. Hey, now what are you doing?
Well, after checking out the place, you know what? Can we see that big ship from where I am?
Yes, you can.
Can I, from where I am, I just want to check it out. I don't go over to it, but I just want to, check it out, see if I can see any people on it or...
With big letters on the side of the ship, it says swordfish.
Swordfish. Okay.
And you see a couple of sailors with fishing lines out from the sides of the ship, just standing there fishing.
Is there any, is this something I have seen before? Do I recognize this kind of ship or...
Make society check for me.
Society. Yeah, well, let's hope it's a good one. Well, it's a 9.
It's a big ship.
It's a big ship.
It looks
Yeah.
like a merchant ship. You spent your time in the harbor of Corvosa and saw ships coming in, unloading and loading in goods, and this seems like one of those.
Okay.
So nothing really weird about it. It seems to be one of those.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna make my way into the inn
Okay.
again.
Okay. You are now, you have sung the song,
Yes.
and there's a little crowd now gathered, and all eyes are on you.
I raise my lute with one hand towards the sky,
Mm.
and I stand up with a dramatic gesture, and I say, "If you want more of this, and even better, you have to attend the concert tonight. And when I do the magical chant, everyone who pets the fairy fox will get one wish that's going to be fulfilled. Tell everyone in the village that that Busk the Splendorous is here."
Oh, Busky.
Yeah.
Oh, so a few people will actually rise up from their seats and hurry out the door. Some grumpy old men kind of wave their arms at you and go, and sink down into their jugs again. But the majority of the people actually follow your request.
Is this a nice place to cliffhang before the big night?
Yes, I think this is it.
Is this it?
This is it.
Okay.
Mm.
So then I want to stand there, even when they go, ha ha ha. I want to stand there with a frown upon my lips, thinking, I'm taking out the victory head, thinking my plan worked.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So we've come to Iron Harbor. We've made some friends. Who knows? Maybe some enemies. And there's the few names I need to remember. Herbert, Herbie.
Kirby.
And what's the most important name of them all?
Busk?
Sun, glitter.
I think it's Busk.
Fairy glitter song.
Fairy glitter.
I think
Glitter.
it's
Busk.
Busk.
And Elsie.
Mhm.
Yeah, can't forget
Elsie.
about
And
Elsie.
to everyone who's listening to the podcast instead of watching, thank you for listening.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
We appreciate you. We love you. Please come by and watch the stream if you want to.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
I've had a really good time today playing. Thank you so much.
Me too.
all of
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Thank you and sorry.
And
That's how we sign out. Thank you and sorry.
I think it's time to say goodbye.
Okay.
Let's,
Okay. Facing the cameras.
Is that bye?
What was it?
It's but should we have another one? Should we do it
I
another
think
word?
bye is a nice word. Yeah.
That's a magic word. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. Bye.